Namaste students. Yesterday we had discussed about reaction with acids. Today we will discuss about reaction reaction with alkalis. Students, some metals some metals such as zinc, aluminum, tin only reacts with alkalis alkalis to form salt plus hydrogen gas. As we know that alkalis water soluble bases are known as alkalis. Just for example, NaOH, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, etc. are alkalis because this base is soluble in water. That's why we can say it alkali. So, general for some metals such as zinc, aluminum, tin reacts with alkalis to form salt and hydrogen. As for example, zinc reacts with sodium hydroxide. It forms Na2ZnO2. It is salt and its name sodium zincate plus evolution of hydrogen gas. So this chemical equation is unbalanced. So for balancing we take 2 NaOH and then after it chemical equation is balanced. So once again repeat it. Reaction with alkalis. Some metals only react with alkali to form salt and hydrogen gas. As for example, this zinc in the form of solid reacts with sodium hydroxide in the form of aqueous to form salt, sodium zincate, and evolution of hydrogen gas. This aqueous means it is solution form, and solution is the homogeneous mixture, and homogeneous mixture means mixture having uniform composition. That means sodium hydroxide dissolve in water. That is, we use the term aqueous and its full form aqueous, AQUEOUS, aqueous. It forms Na2ZnO2 in the form of aqueous and hydrogen in the form of gas. Now we have to know about reaction with metal salt. Students, metal react with metal salt to form other metal salt plus other metal. Metal react with metal salt to form other metal salt and other metal. As for example, activity 9 is given in your book in which copper sulfate aqueous solution is taken in a test tube and magnesium metal kept into it. The state of magnesium is solid while copper sulfate in the form of aqueous whose color is blue. After some time, we see that this blue color convert into colorless due to formation of magnesium sulfate aqueous plus copper. Here we see that when magnesium kept into copper sulfate solution, this magnesium displaces copper to form magnesium sulfate and copper. So students, for this reaction we use Newton displacement reaction, which was discussed in class 7 chemical substances and processes, in which the topic was types of reaction, in which we had studied displacement reaction. So once again, more knowledge about displacement reaction is given in class 8 chapter 3 metals and non-metals. Here we see that metal react with metal salt to form other metal salt and other metal, and here one metal is magnesium metal salt copper sulfate solution whose color is blue, and after reaction other metal salt magnesium sulfate whose color is colorless, and new other metal is copper in the form of solid. So this reaction is an example of displacement reaction, and displacement reaction in which more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal. Then question is that how can we confirm that this metal is more reactive or less reactive? Just for example, when we take copper sulfate solution in the form of aqueous whose color is blue, and metal is taken copper in the form of solid. In this process we see that the color of copper sulfate remains same after adding of copper. That's why this copper or other, just for silver, because here copper and here also copper, so we take silver in the form of solid. Here in this chemical reaction we will see that no new substance is formed. The color of copper sulfate remains blue after addition of silver. So in this chemical reaction copper does not displaces silver does not displaces copper, so displacement is not possible. Therefore, how can we confirm that this metal more reactive or less reactive? So for this simplicity we use a series known as reactivity series or activity series, and this activity series tells about reactivity of metal to other metal, that is tendency of a metal to react with other metal in a compound. The activity series or activity series tells about whose metal is more reactive or less reactive. So with the help of the activity series we can confirm that this metal is more reactive or less reactive. So students, when metals are arranged in their increasing or decreasing order of reactivity. When metals are arranged in their increasing or decreasing order of reactivity, a series is obtained known as reactivity series. When metals are arranged in their increasing or decreasing order of reactivity, and reactivity means tendency of a metal to react with other metal in a compound. Here, a metal in the form of compound and its react with silver, then after no new substance is formed because this silver is less reactive than copper. Therefore, silver do not displaces copper in copper sulfate solution. Therefore, displacement is not possible. So, with the help of reactivity series, we confirm either displacement is possible or not possible. So, in reactivity series of metals are potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver, gold, platinum. Symbol K, Na, Ca, Mg, aluminum, zinc for Zn, iron Fe, tin Sn, lead Pb, hydrogen H, copper Cu, silver Ag, gold Au, platinum Pt. So here we see that when we move from platinum to hydrogen and hydrogen to lead, tin and potassium, we see that reactivity increases. Therefore, potassium is most reactive, and when we move sodium to lead and lead to hydrogen and then after platinum, reactivity decreases, and that's why platinum is least reactive. So on the basis of this series, we can easily understand the term displacement reaction. Here, for above example, silver, here copper is here and silver is here. We see that in the reactivity series, copper is above from silver, and upward direction represents the reactivity of substance increases. So copper is more reactive than silver. That's why displacement is not possible. But in the case of previous example, when magnesium reacts with copper sulfate, so here we see from reactivity series, here copper and here magnesium. So we see that in upward direction, copper, hydrogen, lead, tin, iron, zinc, aluminum, magnesium, we see that magnesium is above from copper, so magnesium is more reactive than copper, so magnesium displaces copper to form magnesium sulfate and copper. So on the basis of activity series, we can easily understand displacement reaction of metals. So dear students, prepare notes and solve problem based on this topic. Thank you.